Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Sagevivor Season 6 Retribution. In this episode, we are merged, and this is a very unique episode, so let me kind of just explain how the votes went down and kind of like what we're looking at going in here, but you won't be spoiled on who goes yet. So the way that this worked is we had the anti-auction. So the way the anti-auction works is there's a bunch of different checkpoints that they use in commands, and so you get to one area, you have the option to buy something, whether you or not you want to buy it, you choose that and then go ahead and continue. Now there were certain checkpoints throughout the anti-auction that were not so good things. Like if you don't pay this, you lose your vote tonight, things like that. So if you didn't have enough money when you got to that checkpoint, you automatically lost your vote. So we are dealing with very limited votes here. One of the checkpoints as well was if you did not pay the money, you actually got a vote cast on yourself from me. You're right, I made that parchment for you. And so that is how this first round is going. So we're going in here with 13 people, but we have no idea how many votes there actually are going to be and who's actually going to get the boot in this episode. So now that we have that preface, also I want to let you guys know there's lots of tea in this episode. Everybody was yappers. We're looking at long confessionals in this one. So for those of you that don't like that as much, feel free to skip ahead to the confessionals that you want to watch. But there's definitely some long ones here. So buckle in for that. Anyways, let's get into the tea. Friendly reminder as well, if you have not already, smash the like button for me to show your support for the series and consider subscribing. It not only helps out myself, but the cast of Sagevivor and future casts of Sagevivor that have yet to play this game. The better that the series does, the more that I can turn around and invest into Sagevivor as a whole. Okay, enough yapping, let's go.
Okay, we are back for episode 6. We made the merge for my 3rd season in a row, but I'm honestly shocked that we merged at 13. I was more expecting a merge at like 12 or 11. Like Lucas was talking to me about how we're probably merging at 11. So honestly, that's what I was thinking. So when I saw the thing that said we're merging, I was like shocked. Like it was, yeah, I was not really expecting it, but we're here, I guess. We're not in jury yet, which I think jury might start at final 11. It's final 13 right now, so just 2 more rounds to jury once again for me. So the comp, it was like this weird auction. So the first round of the auction, it was like everyone has their own individual auction. It was cool. It was like a little odd. So the first round of the auction is like an idol nullifier for $200, and I honestly buy that because idol nullifiers are like really underrated. And if you want to like get someone out without the risk of them playing the idol, you can just play the idol nullifier. So I have one of those now, but I do think that they might be like there might be a lot of idol nullifiers in play. So honestly, having an idol is not that good at this point in time. So a couple rounds gone, I don't buy things, and then what else do I get? Oh, I get immunity for this round, which I saw it was like $150, and I was like, this is really sketchy because the nullifier was $200 and the immunity was $150. So it's like this is not like real. Like I feel like there's got to be a catch. But it goes on, I have to spend money for tolls to like keep my vote. But then I end up, I think, I buy a toll, and then I'm left with $0 for the last like 5 rounds of the thing. So I end up actually losing my vote, which, I mean, it's fine. There was like one round in the auction where it was like, you will have a vote cast against you for, you can like gain $100 for a vote cast against you, and I'd be shocked if people took that, but apparently people actually might have taken that, so that might be interesting. But basically it was like, hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I kind of don't know where I was. I know I was talking about the comp at some point, so I think it was like, yeah, you had to pay tolls, and I lost my vote. And so basically I lost my vote, and apparently a lot of other people lost their vote. But out of this, I gained an I don't know nullifier and then immunity. But that immunity thing was actually sketchy because where am I going with this? So basically, everyone who bought immunity, which is like 5 or 6 people, you have to be in a fire making competition, like just like the duel from a few episodes ago. And like I'm not winning that. I do not think that I'm winning that, so I might just not be immune and have left the auction with an unnullifier and no vote of the tribal, which I guess I'm not complaining about, but I do think that there might be like a lot of things in play in the next couple rounds, even later on in the game. So yeah, for tribal, I mean, there hasn't really been any names thrown out yet, so I'm just like waiting. I want to keep playing with Chelsea and Nicole, like that group of 3 alliance I feel really good about. It goes like trust rankings, like Chelsea, Nicole, Knight 3rd, I guess, and then AJ. I reunited with AJ, which I'm happy about because we were close in season 4 because we were like always on the same tribe. But yeah, that's like kind of my thoughts. If I had to choose someone to get out, I'd probably say Brandon because he knows that I voted him. But as right now, there's been like no names. But I hope I don't know if I'm in danger or not. Like I might be, but we'll have to see in episode. If I'll be back in episode 7. But that's kind of all I have to say. So see you next episode, maybe.
So this auction was fun, but I wish I didn't buy immunity, and I would have saved my money, and would have had more to bid on the Pandora's box. So I could have won that, but it was fun regardless. And now, if anything, I win the immunity, and the outcome for the vote comes out right the way we want it to be.
Alright, so let me do this quick because I'm in the car and it's hot. So basically, here's what happened. After the tribal, on the other tribe, they voted out Freeze, who, like, honestly, he kind of sucked, so I was kind of expecting it. He voted out Freeze, and we learned that the merge is here. I finally made merge after 3 seasons, but I didn't make jury, so the next goal is jury. But anyway, to start merge, we have an auction, and in the auction there's like, just the basic stuff. I bid for individual immunity and to keep my vote, because obviously I'm keeping my vote. Like, I need this vote. I need to make sure I have at least something to protect myself. Anyways, the wheel spun on season 4, so we had to find points, and then we could buy stuff at the shop publicly. So Dex, he gets enough points and he votes, or he buys an extra vote. But everyone saw that, so he gives me his extra vote. He buys an extra vote at the auction. And yeah, so I have an extra vote now. This tribal is a little insane because there's, to my knowledge, if no one's lying, 5 people voting. Me, Dex, Knight, Chelsea, Brandon. I think everyone else doesn't have a vote, so that's like very low. But I'm working with Knight, I'm working with Dex, I'm working with Brandon kind of, and Chelsea I think would want to work with me. I think she wants to restart like basically everything and have a fresh start, so I think she would vote with me. I talked with Knight. He wants Vincenzo out, which is kind of bad for me because Vincenzo does trust me, but I don't really trust him, so I'm fine with cutting him before jury. That way I am losing a number and weakened in a sense to keep my threat level down, but also not a big number that I lose. Hopefully it stays that way though, because the people I cannot lose, Gary, Nicole, I need them to stay. I need Lucas to stay. I need Dirk and AJ to stay too. I think I could get them on my side. Andy, Vincenzo, they can go, honestly. I don't really talk with them much, and I also don't really trust them. Oh, Blueberry can go too. I don't trust Blueberry. But that's basically it. Hopefully it stays on Vincenzo. Hopefully I make a merge. Oh, actually, or merge. Hopefully I make Jerry. But if I make it past this tribal, I beat my season 3 placement. So we're hoping and we're praying that we can do that. But yeah, that is basically it.
We hit merge. Let's go. Yeah, so that's exciting. I'm glad they did it early. So there's still time to get to know people while there's easier boots, I guess. Yeah, so the challenge was interesting. It was an auction where you start off with $500 and they offer you stuff one at a time, and basically most people went for stuff and lost their vote for tonight. So yeah, I know everybody in my alliance of 4, the Sage's Spooky Bears, we all grabbed an idol piece, so that's 4 idol pieces right there, but none of us can vote. The only people that can vote right now, as far as I know, are Brando, Chelsea, so Brandon, Chelsea, Dex, Knight, and Casper. And it's been kind of quiet, but Dex has been, the second we hit merge, Dex and I have been just like swapping voice notes back and forth instantly. One of my favorite people and somebody I want to work with. He's been keeping me informed throughout this tribal. I think Dex is a big social player. I don't think I'm the only one who enjoys Dex, but so Dex has been keeping me informed for the most part. Sounds like Brandon wanted Blueberry because Blueberry voted for him last tribal, and I forget who wanted Chelsea. I think Vincenzo threw out Chelsea. I don't know who else, but as far as I'm hearing, most people are on Vincenzo out of the people that are voting, which I don't love. I would much rather a Blueberry vote. But what are you gonna do when you don't have a vote? I don't want to stir shit up and get the vote on me when I'm not involved. I mean, I considered giving him an idol, but not worth it. I mean, sometimes an idol is worth an ally, but I don't think he's around enough that he has the connections that it would be worth it. But I love the guy. He is awesome. So that's basically it right now. It's funny, I proposed, since I have 2 idol pieces, that Gary give me an idol piece, and since AJ has 2 idol pieces, Andy give him an idol piece, but I don't know. Nobody really responded to that, so now I feel weird about it. And I hope nobody's looking at me sideways, but I think that's mostly it. And catching up with Lucas was great. I'm really glad to be back with Lucas. Lucas is my number 1. I let him know that I got an idol right away, and he let me know what happened at the other tribals, which it sounds like Brandon almost went home when Chelsea did, but last second Dex and I think Knight, I can't remember, Dex and somebody else switched their vote. So that's good to know. I'd like to get Brandon on my side. I'd like to have as many side I guess alliances or player side deals. I mean, my main alliance is obviously with Gary, Andy, AJ, and then I got Lucas, and then on that's just building so that way you have ears on the outside. So Nicole, I feel like I'm very close to. That's somebody that kind of hoping has my back and has ears out where I might need them. Dex, I think, is also going to be helpful for that. We'll see. Let's see how this vote goes. I'm still actually kind of hoping for more points because of the twist. I got 100 points. Gary got 100 points also. Dex with his points, because he also got some points, bought an extra vote. That's another important thing to note. And AJ bought the idol piece. I should have bought the idol piece. I don't know why I didn't. But in any case, if I found more points, I thought about just buying the idol and just playing it immediately, so it's like not weird, but also like making sure I'm safe. I don't know. I think I'm good. Casper tells me I'm good. I think I'm good with Casper too. Casper and Dex are close, so that's good. Let's just see what happens, Sagevivor.
Okay, so basically, I lost all of my advantages that I won at the auction. I had an idol nullifier, and I had a break the peace advantage. Then I lost my vote, but it was not that bad because there's still 13% in this game, and 13 is my lucky number because of Taylor Swift, so I know I'm not going to be 13 ever, okay? But anyway, that's against the point. The point is that if I didn't bid on an item, in the fucking rules, the bitch-ass dumbass rules, it was mentioned that you had to put $0, but I didn't do that because, like, I didn't read the rules, so I didn't do it, and then I lost everything, but I still lost my vote. So this is kind of convenient for production because if I lose everything of the auction, why would I still lose my vote? Am I right? Like, my vote was lost because of the auction, so if my auction prizes are cancelled, technically the loser vote is like one of the prizes, am I right? So technically I should lose my loser vote. Actually, I'd like to talk to your manager about that, Sage, because I don't know. But anyways, that's on me. I had to read the fucking rules, and yeah, like, it's just, I had so much trouble today with my car. My car was not like starting, so I had to call my friend, and then like she boosted my car, but it didn't work. But then we tried again like a few hours later, then like it worked, but like still my car had some problems all day, and like I did the auction like when I had the time to, but like I didn't have much time to read the fucking rules. But anyways, now I'm back home, and yeah, also we merged, and I don't know how I feel about it because it's still really early for me in the game, and now I'm feeling really not motivated because I just lost everything. I don't know, I was greedy on the auction, but I didn't really care about losing my vote, and I cared about the idol nullifier because that's so powerful. But anyways, so yeah, now it's merged, and I'm just gonna contemplate everybody's plan, and I'm just gonna go along with one. Still feeling kind of like a free agent, which is a good thing entering merge, in my opinion. And I don't think I made enemies at all, and I don't know if people like me so much, but I think they're okay with me being here, and I'm making it seem like I'm just here for the ride, which I'm not. I'm here for the million, obviously, but yeah, so we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Well, guys, so I have a lot of people to rank, so let's do this. I'm just gonna do one sentence about each person, so let's do this. Casper is number 1. Obviously, Casper has been proven that he wants to really work with me, so I am utilizing this because I know he has a vote, as well as my number 2, which is Dex. He is obviously one of my besties, and yeah, I think me and him could definitely work together going forward, and this will utilize in the real merge of the game. Number 3, Nicole. I think Nicole could definitely work around with me, Casper, Dex, Lucas, like she could be the fifth if we have to redo something. So I think she's the first person I would bring in with that. Number 4 is Dirk. I don't think any conversation I've had with Dirk was bad, besides him not having a vote. But he's not going to go anywhere near my computer with a parchment. So, yeah. Number 5, Gary. I think Gary is probably one of the funniest people I've met in this season. He fits what I want with humor and, potential ally. Definitely someone I'm utilizing, as well as Andy, who's number 6. So with Andy, she's great. If I need someone to catch up in immunity, and I think if she has an idol, I would full blown just absolutely be like, hey, I trust you this much and I owe you a lot if you use this idol on me. And if she does it, number 1, there she goes, just AJ number 7. I haven't talked to AJ too much, but he's such a cool guy. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a cool guy. Someone I'm gonna work with as a number. So, yeah. Number 8 is Lucas. I think Lucas has the potential to just sit wherever on my trust ranking and just still be in a good position with me. Even though he's number 8, I didn't know where to put him because he did not really talk to me that much this cycle. If he's traveling, he's traveling. I'm gonna accept that, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Number 9 is Chelsea. Even though she will end up on the bottom at most of these rankings, if she just does not, if she stops being so dry with the social conversations, she would have to go. She would go up higher. Blueberry number 10. He was at the top in the beginning of the season. Now he's going towards the bottom. I don't know. He's been falling out of the trust with me, and I don't know if I could bring him that far. Vincenzo number 11. I think he's the person I've talked to the least, but I don't know. I'm trying to work something up with him. And Brandon number 12. He's just so dry. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey guys, so I'm back. That auction sucked. I did not expect those gold leads to be in there, but I hated that so much. I was just short on the first one. Ugh. So I lose my vote this week. Yay. But I'll have it back next week. Thankfully though, at least I don't have a vote on me because I didn't take that stage like I said that against you because no. Just no. That was asking for trouble. I don't need that trouble. Especially when I have not passed my placement yet. I mean, I think I'll be okay, but I'm just real nervous. I don't want anyone to pull a memo on me. That really sucked. But I think I can trust the people that I'm around a lot more this time. And I don't know, I feel like I'm able to talk a lot more with them than the people I had last time. Last time, Blissy, my girl, we talked so much and VC'd so much. But this time, I'm able to talk a lot more with a lot more people, and I feel like I'm able to have longer conversations with most of the people here. It's pretty damn cool. And yeah. Also, I will say Gary, obviously still my number one, but I am loving Dirk. He is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Like, he is the grandpa to my grandma. I adore Dirk so much. He seems like the absolute best dad in the world. And to hear that he's a SpongeBob fan too, like me, oh my gosh, like, yeah, we can fangirl over SpongeBob and songs and whatnot as much as we want. Like, ah, he's so cool. Let's see. Nothing else big to report as an update. Obviously, I have another idol piece. I really wanted that because since I already have that idol piece that Case gave me, I thought having another one, well, then all I need is one more and I have an idol. So, much as I hate not having a vote, the risk was worth it because I just need one more and I have an idol. And I know who has an idol nullifier, and thankfully they're an ally of mine. So, yay! Also, I'm very loopy. I had a COVID shot, so I'm so tired right now. But yeah, kind of just chilling. Seems like the votes between Vincenzo and Chelsea, which I do love them both as people, so it'll be sad to see either one of them go. But at least the vote's not on me, thankfully. Nor is it on my closest allies, which is Gary, Casper, or Blue. Or Dirk. I love Dirk. Yeah. I'm just gonna head to bed then, I guess.
Guys, happy merge day, or back half of merge day. But anyways, there's a lot of freaking people here. I think we're at what, 13? No jury, so yay, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And I have all these people in my comps that are annoying, and they're doing their job, which is great. Because of that awful auction, which I very much misunderstood. I kind of thought that, like, if people all bid on the same thing, it was going to be like a wheel, or, I don't know, fastest to finish, or, I don't know, not everyone who bids gets the thing that they bid on. So yeah, that makes me a little nervous, except for the, I guess, the immunity thing, which people will find out at the end. I don't know. But yeah. Kind of nervous. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I think there's only about 6 or 7 people who have votes. Last I think it was Chelsea, Brandon, maybe Blue, and Casper. I forget. There was a couple more. I think it added up to be about 6 or 7. I know I have no vote. I've been awkwardly vocal about not having a vote. I don't know, I didn't want to, like, lie to people about doing something and then not doing it, which might bite me in the butt because I can't vote, so people just might vote me. But also Sage is going to vote for me as well, because I misunderstood that as well, and I thought that was going to be a random vote that Sage submits for me and not one that's like a self-vote. So yay on that front. But yeah, I think, assuming nobody actually votes for me and votes me out, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Dirk. So I know there's a lot of idle shards out there. Dirk, me, AJ, and I don't know if Andy has any, but between the 4 of us, I think we have like 6 shards. Pretty sure we have enough to get 2 idols, which is kind of cool. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure we have enough for 2. And I'm still looking out for some points so I can grab the last one, the whole idol. I don't know if that will actually happen this time, or I'll have to wait and save the points for when the twist returns. It's gotta return. I mean, it keeps going to 7, so we got a lot of time. Yeah, I think that's probably about it. Don't really have a whole lot to add. Vince might be the vote, I guess, is what some people told me. I don't know how true that is. He was going to be the vote if Freeze was taken, I guess, on our last vote, so whatever. But, again, I can't vote, so I can't really, do much. Unless people want to take out Brandon or Chelsea. But I don't know if they will. I guess they're seen as more of the 3 of them are basically, I guess, the inactives, the people who are less active. And I've talked to Chelsea not much at all, except for today trying to get her to tell me a name, because she has a vote. And Brandon probably isn't going to tell me much because I keep voting him out of stuff. So don't blame him there. And Vince, I don't know, trying to figure out what he wants to do. So, hopefully, I'm around next round, and I can vote. I don't know. We'll see. Bye.
Hey, Sagevivor, Dex here, coming to you late with another video confessional. It's very late, and guess what I'm doing? I am getting to the bottom of who could potentially have votes this tribal council. This is why me and Casper are like this. We locked the fuck in. We're super locked in because I didn't know Gary didn't have a vote, right? I didn't know that. So Gary doesn't have a vote. AJ doesn't have a vote. Dirk doesn't have a vote, and Vince said he DQ'd. Now, I don't know if that means he has a vote because he was able to DQ out of the challenge and get away from. Hold on, let me turn this AC on. I don't know if he has a vote because he DQ'd from the challenge. So I really don't know. But so far that's 4 confirmed out of 13. That's not bad. That's really not bad of those odds, because one thing I could infer is that the people who are playing for immunity potentially has votes are able to vote this tribal. That with that being me, Lucas, Casper, boom, majority right there, Knight, Brandon, Blueberry. That is 6. Those 6 right there. Now I just got to figure out of the girls who has votes or not. Like between Andy, Chelsea, and Nicole, we have to see what those other 9. I have to see what those other 9 votes are. Well, those 3 girls have to find out if they have votes or not, because this could make or break the game. I'm really not trying to tell anyone I have votes casted against me. The only person I've told the vote is being casted against me is Dirk. So if people try to play on that, they will get me out. So with that being said, I feel like I'm good. I have the numbers, really, because myself, Lucas, he has a vote. Casper, we're already at 3. I have my extra one, which might play. Casper has the other one, so people already know I have one. They don't need to know I have the second one. Nobody knows I have the second one, except Casper, who I give that to. So, the way I see it, I don't know where the girls stand. Really, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So I really don't know where the girls stand. They could have votes, they could not have votes. I really don't know. It's just a coin flip at this point. Yeah, so as far as that's concerned, as soon as I found out the girls have votes or not, I'm going to ask Blueberry and Knight if they have votes, because if I'm being honest, I kind of want Vince to go here, or Chelsea. Vince or Chelsea. Those would be my two picks because they don't talk. And I'm like, then again, I could probably use this tribal to try and come for somebody to make like a big splashy move, maybe, because which was interesting, because I feel like a lot of people who want Knight gone, and I'm not close. The thing is, I'm not close with Knight as I was before, though. Like, he actually went down in my trust rankings. He's in the 4th fucking spot, because it's Casper, Lucas, and then Dirk, and then Knight, and then it's Knight. Like, you're in the 4th spot. I mean, yeah, sure, I should be more than willing to keep you, but like, that is the 3rd person to say your name out of context of a fucking vote. Chelsea said your name before. Brandon brought up your name before, which is kind of wild. Kind of wild to me. Lucas said he's okay with voting you, so I'm like, ooh, that's also like, there's only so much I can do with Knight. I'm not gonna stick by my golf at Knight, but there are other fish to fry. There's other people I'd rather see go before I see Knight go, because I know at least Knight will be on my side, and he won't vote for me. So, and Knight kind of rubbed Brandon the wrong way a little bit. I have no loyalties to Brandon, but Brandon is another person who I believe will be on my side for the time being until he's not anymore. Jesus Christ. But there are some new developments. Dirk finally decided to put trust in Casper because Dirk asked me if I trust Casper. Now, of course, I trust Casper with a lot in this game. Like, the things I know, I tell him everything, and I'm pretty sure he's telling me everything. He probably not, but he keeps me a lot informed. Just like we're just two social kings. Like, Casper hasn't given me a reason to distrust him. He hasn't given me a reason to let me raise my eyebrows a little bit at him. He doesn't have me second guessing. Yeah, sure, I'm pretty sure he out there working his social game with everyone else like he is with me, but because he knows he's locked in with me. Of course, he got to play his own game on the side. That's so fine and dandy, because I didn't know that Gary didn't have a vote. I know that he'd been wanting to work with Gary in this game, so I know eventually I'm gonna have to get Gary the fuck up out of here, because Casper, you and me, buddy, like, you literally tethered to me, and I hope he ain't out here playing the shit out of me. He probably, if he is, then meh. Kudos to him. I guess my stupid ass just can't read the room. But now, with that being said, Dirk decided to trust Casper. I'm trying to downplay it that me and Casper aren't that close, but I trust Casper enough to at least vote with me. That's how that is. I guess I'm doing a good job. I'm making people feel like they're like really locked in with me. I'm talking to the right people, saying certain things to certain people, so I know certain information get out. I know it came from this person because he's the other person I told. I don't tell the same thing to multiple people. So I'm like, oh, not. Then I'm left wondering with my tail between my ass. Who said this? Who said that? No, I know who said what. And I'm careful with the information I tell, and I'm careful with the information that I share. So yeah, I mean, the way I want this vote to go, really, as soon as we get all the votes and shit situated of who can vote and who could and can't vote, and who got votes getting casted against them, I have a vote casted against me. AJ's getting the vote casted against him, apparently. That's what he said. I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. But you don't have a vote. but I have the numbers though. So I mean, on paper, it looks like I have the numbers. Hopefully Andy doesn't vote me out. I kind of want to do Chelsea. Like I said again, I want to do Chelsea. I want to do Vince. But if something bigger is in the works that can happen, I'd rather make that happen. I kind of want to make a splashy move. At the same time, I don't. It's a little bit too early to try to like rock the waves a little bit.
Hello, Sagevivor. Dex here with a video confessional. He just got home from work. Don't mind me, I'm a little bit overexcited. I don't know. I had some fucking latte with mad caffeine in it, so I'm jumping like a crackhead. But that's besides the point. So let's get into this vote, right? So the way I see it, a lot of people don't got their fucking votes, but some people may have a lot of self votes coming their way. Me, Lucas, and Casper, we're comparing notes on the people who don't have votes. So far, the people who don't have votes are Lucas, unfortunately, Lucas, Dirk, AJ, Gary, Andy. That is 5 out of 13 people who do not have votes. Let's go. We love to see it. I just need to know if Nicole, Blueberry, and Knight, I need to know if they have votes, because I have a vote, Casper has a vote, Chelsea has a vote, Brandon has a vote. That's 4 votes right there. That is only 9 right there. There are 3 unconfirmed people that we need to know if they have votes tonight. We need to know if Blueberry, Knight, and Nicole have votes. But plot twist, Brandon wants to do Blueberry because of when we voted for Chelsea, he came for him. He voted for Brandon. Like Knight also voted for Brandon, but you know, if I'm being honest, Blueberry and me has kind of like fell off. So I'm okay with voting out Blue here. That's what Casper also wanted to do, to vote out Blueberry. Do I really want to vote out Blueberry? I really kind of don't. Oh yeah, Vince doesn't have a vote. Oh, that's another one. Vince doesn't have, because he DQ'd, so I don't know if that specifies him as not having a vote. So Vince also doesn't have a vote. So that's 6, and we know confirm. And we have a confirmed 4 with people with votes. That'd be me, Casper, Chelsea, and Brandon. That's us 4 right there. And then we just need to worry about Nicole, Knight, Blueberry. We still need to worry about those 3 right there to see if they have votes or not, so I can know. So me and Casper can know how to navigate this. Brandon wants now. Also, another thing to factor in: the Sage votes. Sage, within the auction, Sage gets to cast a vote against some people, some of the players. So it seems like a lot of people are getting that. I'm getting one. I know I'm getting one. Gary's getting one. He told me. I believe AJ's getting one. Dirk, I think, is also getting one. A few people are going to get these 1 rogue votes. So the people with votes, I'm happy. I get to just throw more votes that way. Hello, Sagevivor, Dex here. Part 2 update. So get this. Andy lost her vote. Not Andy. Oh yeah, Andy and Nicole. Yes, Andy and Nicole both lost their vote. So now it all comes full circle. It really does. I mean, not to mention the self votes that's out there. So we're just gonna pile that onto that. If people are truthful, that is, they can easily lie and say they lost their vote. But I think a lot of people lost their fucking vote. So right now, me, Casper, Chelsea, and Brandon, the 4 of us, guaranteed confirmed, got our votes. And I have an extra vote, Casper has an extra vote, but I don't think we're gonna need it. I feel like the 4 of us need to come together to get Blueberry out. Knight, I don't know if Knight and Blueberry have votes, but that's not gonna matter here. Like, that's not gonna matter here, because their votes literally will not matter. Like, if they decide to like work together or whatever, their votes will not matter. I don't want to go again tonight, but I could actually, you know what? I could be silly, messy, goofy. We could do Blueberry, but I don't know if Chelsea would do Blueberry. Not that we really need Chelsea, if I'm being honest, because people might have a self-vote cast against them, but Chelsea just might. I don't know if Chelsea would do it, because Blueberry didn't vote for Chelsea, so I don't know if Chelsea would do it to save her own ass. So that's what's coming. I will have no problem using my extra vote this round, because me and Casper can do whatever the fuck we want. As soon as I find out if Blueberry and Knight have votes, clipped. Clip. It is clipped. I'm not turning on Night, no. Am I turning on Blueberry? Kinda, yes, a little bit. No tea, no shade. Do I want to? No, not really. But I really want, I kinda want Vince gone. If I'm being honest, that's what I want the vote to go. But I'm not about to steamroll this vote, because I got people that would work with me, and I got people who would get Vince out later. So we low key chilling with that. So with that being said, this fucking vote is about to be fucking crazy. Yeah, so this is about to be one crazy fucking vote for fucking tribal council. I hope nobody reason a lot about not having a fucking vote. So yeah, I'm gonna relay all this information to Lucas and Casper, and me and Casper are just gonna move accordingly with Brandon and Chelsea. So now I know it doesn't matter if Night or Blueberry has votes or not, but it's good to know. Like, this vote can really go any direction, because we're not even factoring in the fact that the Sage votes. Sage is casting votes for people, and I'm one of those people. Gary's one of those people that I know of. I don't really know about everyone else. Chelsea confided in me and said she bought the little crinkle dust thing to crush an idol piece. Girl, I would never have bought that, because you don't know who the fuck got an idol piece. Okay, you really never know who got an idol piece. So that actually might come in. I feel like those definitely might come into play. So, and if from seasons past, I know if you could gather 3 of them, you could form one whole idol and block votes against you. No tea, no shade. I'm not for the shit. I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to move accordingly, but now I know a lot of all this information that's being relayed to me. We're all comparing notes on everything. Me, Lucas, and Casper, we're all comparing notes. And we're just going to move from there. Now, what Brandon wants to have happen is he wants to vote Blueberry. I know I'm talking in circles. I'm just trying to get everything out, because everything is just running through my head with fucking excitement. And then me and Chelsea were working on our like bond and friendship. Do I really consider myself like an ally to Chelsea? No, we're working on it. I will say we are working on it. Yeah. So now we're just here and vibing. Hey, Sage Driver Dex here with the video confessional. Don't mind me, I just woke up. So yes, I look at feel fucked up crazy. I heard so much shit, but we got a vote update. So the people who can vote, 5 votes is crazy. 5 out of 13 people can vote. That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy motherfucker. Y'all really saw auction and went fucking bananas. Like, bitch, you can't vote. Like, Sage said this wasn't a regular option. It wasn't a regular auction. So the fact that, like, use your fucking brains. Y'all wanted to get glory that bad. Y'all wanted to get idol pieces and idol nullifiers and all this other shit so fucking bad that y'all did that. Y'all really got to vote with that? I mean, granted, it might work out for some of y'all, but what the fuck? Like, and then the people who can vote is just such our group of people. Lucas don't have a vote. So I'm like, fuck, my alliance really don't have a vote. So the only person who I really trust with this vote is Casper. With that being said, the 5 people who can vote: me, Casper, Brandon, Chelsea, Knight. Those 5, us 5, that incoherent 5. Like, we win. The 5 of us coming together on the vote, not likely. I don't see it. So with that being said, let's get the names that was out there on the block, right? Brandon wants to do blue, but because of the Tribal Before merge, when Blue wrote Brandon's name down and on the Chelsea vote. So problem with that is Knight and Chelsea not gonna vote blue. I can see that happening. That's not happening, which I'm kind of happy about, because I didn't want to vote blue, like, at least, like, not at this very moment. I don't want to do blue. So I mean, we don't really need them, but I don't want us to be pointed out as a trio for getting out Blue, especially for simple fact, Brandon, no tea, no shade. I would vote you out before I vote Blue. Not gonna lie. Yes, it may sound stupid and contradictable and stuff like that. Blue is a little sketch though, but don't get me wrong. That's what I would do if I'm being honest. If I had to see Blue go, I would have to see you go before him. Like, that's how fucking crazy it is. So that's that name. Then that cut out. Then so the way I see it, Chelsea don't need to go right now. Like, it will be fucked up. I kind of wanted to do Vince. Vince's name actually is a name I kind of wanted to do. Chelsea told me she really likes Vince, so she wouldn't want to do that. Girl, you never met him. Vince was on my OG tribe, girl. You was with me. You never got a chance to talk to him. I mean, let's talk about now, unless y'all share bonds about y'all being inactive mainly together, so I kind of wanted to do Vince. I'm not gonna live like no tea, no shade. I would have did Vince. Fuck that. I would have did Vince. I don't want to send out Chelsea because that's just like fucking wrong. I mean, not wrong, but I'm working on it with Chelsea, so we want to move. So Vince name is something as a name I would agree to. Knight will want to do Vince. That's something that I kind of agree with because that's like a name I also would want to do. That would not. That's more likely. I don't have to risk my extra vote, and that's it. Like, I'm more than willing to just. Because people have idle pieces and shit. I don't know what's going on. So that's what I would do. I'm trying to talk to Casper because me and Casper, like, I feel like me and Casper are like the main people with power right now, which is kind of fucking insane. Not the power, not the low-key power duo with fucking power in this game. Clock us. Ooh, weird. Not too much on us though. Another name that's out there is fucking. Who was it? Vince, Blue, and and Knight. Knight's name came up, but Knight's name is going out the window because Vince, you don't got a fucking vote. Like, how the fuck you talking to me about the vote? You want to do Knight or Chelsea, and let's just vote them out. Bitch, you don't got a vote, so I can't get jiggy with you. Honestly, the way I see it, there's a bunch of people in this game right now who will have my back once they can vote again. Vince, I don't think you would have my best interest in heart, if I'm really being honest with you. I really can't trust you. Like, we haven't been to a tribal together for me to say, oh, I trust you. Like, aside from if we would have lost, I don't know. I just don't know. And this is where the impasse is at, because I'm just like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck do I do? Not just turn it into a Dex's podcast. No, like, I'm just like looking at it all. It's like, what the fuck do we really do? Do we get grouped together as a big ass fucking group? Which I was hoping in my perfect world or whatever. You know, the five people who can't vote, hey, let's just band together real quick, vote on somebody who really can't vote. And someone acted like that. Like, I was so happy when Casper brought that note to me. I said low key, I agree with that. Like, Mike wants to do that. I low key agree with that. Brandon, not gonna lie, Brandon, you would have to bite it this time. Like, low key, you have to like really bite it. Blue can't go nowhere this round. Chelsea is not going nowhere this round. Knight, even though Blue can't vote, Knight is not going nowhere this round. And then we also got to factor in people who might be getting votes from Sage. We can just throw votes that way. If I'm being honest, I would do some cheeky shit and like throw my vote somewhere. Someone who I know is going to get a vote from Sage. Like Gary. And extra vote that way. But now, stop. I'm joking. That's crazy work. And I'm just trying to think of the numbers that I can have that would help me further along down the line. Vince, I don't see you as one of those numbers, unfortunately. what? Like, what the fuck? This whole thing is just gagging me. I need a fucking name, and the people who could vote is not really telling me anything. I'm trying to relate information, compare things without giving away too much things. If you catch my drift, like that's where my head's at about everything. Trying to like talk it out, and everybody else is just like, oh, I heard this, I heard that. They can't vote. They're just going based off of what they might be hearing. I try to maybe go for somebody inactive, like a Vince or a Chelsea.
This is AJ coming in with a video confessional. What? Crazy, like my third one all season. But we merged at Final 13. Honestly, I was super surprised. I did not expect to merge this soon. Especially with the 18-player cast. I was expecting like merge at Final 12 or Final 11, like Final 12 at the earliest. So Final 13, pleasant surprise. However, we have not made the merge. So it's still like game on. It's game on. Luckily for me, I think honestly I'm feeling pretty okay about the merge. There's lots of people. So like I'm actually talking with people for once. I'm like, what? I can actually like there's actually like I mean I love my tribe, like I love Gary, Andy, and Dirk, but like you know, it just got really slow. I don't know. Something was happening and it's like I think like I can still rely on them and I still trust them the most. But like being able to talk to so many more people has really like just kept my head in the game a lot better. So I'm just glad for the merge in that regard. I'm hoping that I survive this round because I'll get to it later, but like it's a pretty complicated round. Like this is the most complicated round I've probably had in a long time of an org, just of like the sheer amount of stuff happening. Like we have granted okay, Sagevivor had a like double urn twist. Please do not do that, Sagevivor. That would be awful. It was terrible, crazy, traumatic. It was just a lot. And I almost went home, but I didn't. So I'm hoping the same thing happens here. But we have lots of stuff happening. We have like, first of all, I have 12 DMs to keep track of. So many more new people that I'm talking to. Immediate first people that I'm like connecting, vibing with. Dex, I think he's a pretty social player, so I'm gonna keep mindful of that. And I know that he is very. He's played a lot of orgs, in terms of like, because I mean I played with him 2 years ago, over 2 years ago during my second org, and we went to Rocks in the pre-merge because he wanted to cause chaos, and he didn't like, because I basically like, he just wanted to go to Rocks for fun and he got rocked out. Thankfully it was him and not me, but we did go to Rocks. So I need to keep in mind like, hey, like Dexios is willing to play. I mean, I'm not gonna hold anything he did, like even though I think what the move he made was stupid last time, I'm not gonna hold that against him. I just know like, hey, this is how he plays. I'm not gonna like target him for any, and I'm not gonna target him. Like I don't have any intention of targeting him, especially when I've talked to him probably. I like I told him like I've talked to him probably more than Chase, Dave, and Freeze combined in the past like day and a half, and like versus a whole season with those three other people combined. I think that like is a testament to Dex. If I think he's gonna become a threat later on, so I have to keep that in mind. However, I think as of right now, he's a good person I can work with and hopefully be a shield to me. If I need to, because I'm planning, I can't really do much. Okay, so the challenge, I misread it. I did not do it properly. I spent all my money when I shouldn't have, where I didn't need to, and I misread that. And so I have an idle piece, yay for me. However, I do not have a vote, and someone is in my, I mean, Specs are my confessional, which isn't the biggest deal, but like I don't have a vote tonight, which is like game impacting in a way of like, At least I know like a lot of people took the Sage deal of like, I'll give you $100 if you agree to receive a vote tonight. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I'm sorry. $100 may seem nice, but like, when these things are $200 and I already spent my money, I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to buy anything with $100. And it's like, I don't want to receive a vote. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I kind of have a perfect game. I'm like, unless I'm misremembering completely, I do not have a vote against me at all this season. And I voted at, like, every time I voted someone, they've gone home. So, like, I technically have a perfect game. I'm probably not going to keep it, but, like, the longer I can maintain it, like, I'm gonna at least try to, in terms of, like, it's like not gonna be something that's top of my mind. Like, if something happens, like, something happens, and I'm not gonna be too upset about it. But like, if I hypothetically get to Final Tribal Council and I'm like, hey, I literally have a perfect game so far. I have voted correctly every single time, and I have not received a single vote against me. That would be pretty epic. I'm just saying. Probably not gonna happen, but I can try, you know? And then, oh gosh, 5 minutes already? It's crazy, but it's like I'm talking to Dex and stuff, so you know, I'm hoping we can work together here, because I flopped the challenge, and when I'm talking to my allies, namely Dirk, Andy, and Gary, I think all 3 of them have votes against them from Sage because they took the $100, and I'm like, so I mean, worst case scenario is one of them and not me, but I'm like, still, I would like them to stay in the game because they're people I trust and people who would probably not want to immediately vote me out. They have like some sort of they have a reason to keep me, hopefully. So I don't like that they're putting themselves in danger like that. I think that's a silly move. But it is what it is. I can't really do much at this point. So I guess what I have been focusing on is just social gaming. Granted, I'm not the best, but I think this episode I've done a pretty okay job, at least trying to connect with everybody. It's been more easy with others than it has been with. It's been more easy with some people than it has with others. Like Dex, I'm connecting well with. Night is interesting, where it's like I'm talking a decent amount with them, and they say I give off good vibes, but I don't know. Like, if they think I give off good vibes, I'm here for it. I'm not really getting the same good vibes, but I'm like, here, if you trust me. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. I don't know if I can really trust you, but you can. I mean, I don't know. It's like, if people want to trust me, that's fine. If people want to trust me, you can trust me. I don't know if I should trust you, but I mean, you can trust me. I don't care. It's just a thing of like, I don't know. It's something I need to be interested of. Casper's cool. He's also from my original season. So is Dex too, which is interesting because they're both pre-mergers, I think. What else? We have Chelsea. I haven't talked too much with her. I've talked to her more than I have with Brandon. Brandon's the person who I've connected to the least, and honestly, if it were up to me, I would prefer Brandon to go here. Just because, I mean, I know, like, what really intrigued me is, like, when I first came here, like, immediately people started spilling to me, like, whoa, like, the very first things that Lucas sends to me is like a huge paragraph of just like information about how the tribe is being, and I'm like, okay. Same thing with Dexios too. Like, I barely even met Dexios, like reunited with Dexios, and he's like sending me a 7-minute voice message explaining every single detail, and I'm like, I mean, granted, we do have that past connection, but it's like, it's not. I wouldn't take a past connection in a completely different org and take it to that point. Maybe it's just Dex trying to like build trust with me or something. I have no idea. Low-key crazy. But basically they were all throwing Chelsea under the bus, which is fine for me. Like, I have no attachment to Chelsea. Chelsea won the battle back. Chelsea has been doing okay in challenges. Like, I don't know. Chelsea, I mean, I've been talking a little bit with Chelsea. Chelsea seems chill. Like, I have no big reason to target Chelsea. But Chelsea is someone who I don't think, as of right now, would fight for me. So unless something changes within our relationship, I'm fine with someone else taking the fall because it's not me. And really, at this point of the game, I'm just trying to reach, like, one vote at a time until I can reach jury. Once I reach jury, I think I can really put my game, okay, this is full steam ahead at this point. Once I reach jury, full steam ahead, I can do whatever. Because my goal for basically every org is to at least make the jury portion of the game. Merge is great. However, not making the jury is like and getting voted out of the merge. I consider that as bad as just getting voted out pre-merge. Like there's no. It's just it just does. I mean, I don't see it as any better because I'm not part of the jury. So I would at least be part of the jury. And once I have that security of like if I get voted out, I'm at least part of the jury. Then I'm like, okay, I can now play however I need to play. And if I get voted off, so sad. But like I'm at least part of the jury, you know. So I just need to be playing carefully here. So my next steps here is to just continue. Hopefully doing a good social game. I feel like I'm doing okay. Could be doing better, but I think this past episode was I've been doing a lot better in terms of like overall talking to people than I have like during especially a lot of the time in the pre-merge. So like today I think we're doing a lot better with talking with people. My internet's going out, so I'm recording this and as of right now I don't have internet, so I'll send this later, but like I'm hoping that like I mean it's an excuse not to talk to people, but also just like hopefully it gets fixed soon because I don't really want to be spending like all my data money to talk to people. Because I'm gonna need to talk to people. It's just a thing of like this tribal, it's like I don't have power. Like I don't have power, I do not have a vote. I don't have too much influence. So all I can do is to social game. Like I don't have any advantages, though I do have 2 idle pieces because I did from the auction I got an idle piece, and also I roasted Andy and got 100 points for the season 4 twist that's happening in this episode, and I bought a idle piece. So I have 2 idle pieces. Dirk also has 2 idle pieces. I think Gary has an idle piece. So we could have, and I think Andy might as well. I'm not exactly too sure, but we do have enough to form at least 1 idol between that alliance of 4. So yeah, I trust the alliance of 4. I mean, I'm not gonna like I would like to ride or die with it. However, things do change, and I want to make sure that if things do change, I have enough connections with other people. So that's why I'm going to try and my best to really pick up this social game, because that's what you're going to need, and that's all I can really do at this point. It's going to be hard with no internet, but like the only thing I can do is social game to the point where the people who do have power tonight, namely Casper, Dex, I think Dex has his vote. Casper, Dex, Chelsea, I think has her vote. Chelsea, yeah. Casper, Dex, Chelsea, Brandon, and Knight. Those are the 5 people that have votes. So just keeping up social games with them. Problem is, I haven't been connecting very well with Brandon. I'm hoping that I've connected enough with Brandon. I'm not feeling too confident about it. I'm really not. I'm just hoping that he doesn't want to target me. And I feel like pretty okay about everybody else not targeting me. Namely Dex, Knight, and I don't think Chelsea would target me. Just based off our conversations we've had, it seems like there's a mutual, like, at least truce between us in terms of, like, we may not be working together, but, like, we respect each other and we're probably not going to target each other immediately. At least that's what I'm hoping. I would be down for a truce between me and Chelsea. Like, I have no really reason to really want to work with her, but I have no reason to target her. And I hope it's the same sort of relationship between us where we can just, like, I don't know, be like symbiotically like trucing, you know. So hopefully I'm okay. Also, I don't have a vote against me coming into tribal. Like, I have, like, unless someone votes me, I have 0 votes. So I should be okay. Hopefully they target someone who has someone voting against them. Like, so far I've been hearing the 3 names I have heard are Vince, Blueberry, and Chelsea. And I don't know what's exactly going to happen, especially considering the fact that I have no internet and I have no vote. I don't really want to push names when I don't have to. The only things I really mentioned was to, like, Knight and Dex, and people was like, okay guys, like, if you want me to talk about the vote, like, sure, I'll say, I want you to target, like, I want someone inactive to go home. I want the rest of the game to be more fun. And so, like, there are people who I would prefer to go home who are just less active. Namely, those 2 people are to me like Vince, Brandon, Chelsea, just because I've talked to them the least. However, I mean, I personally have talked to Chelsea the most the past few days, and then I've been with Vince so far, and I've kind of worked with him, kind of protected him, kind of ish, not really, but kind of. So it's like at least kind of have some relationship there. So my ideal target is Brandon. I'm not going to say that though, because Brandon has a vote, and I do not. And I don't want to cause too much chaos when I really don't have the wiggle room to get out of it. I mean, I do have idle pieces at my disposal to maybe get an idle. However, idling yourself successfully at the final 13, maybe not the best move in order to get to the end and win, because it's just setting yourself up for downfall somewhere. Like, you have still like 9 more tribals at least to deal with, and it's just like trying to evade those tribals when you have that history of like idle, like having a successful idle play is not going to be able to get me to the end. It's certainly cool, like, trust me, like, if I can get that and it guarantees me jury, sure, great, amazing, but like at the same time I also want to play to win, and I don't think I can win if I have too much going on too early. And I think timing's huge, and I really want to play hard. However, I think it's also important to realize, like, I don't have power today. I really don't. So I'm going to take what I do have and make sure I'm playing that to the best of my ability, which right now, really isn't right now, but like what I did have, internet, is social games. So I try my best to build connections with people and try to, like, at least try to keep things up, you know? I need to make sure I recompass my alliance and making sure that they're feeling good with me, but it's also just like, what I do have is my ability to talk to people and build relationships. That's all I really have access to right now, like, reliably, so that's what I'm going to focus on. Like, I'm going to play hard, but I'm going to play for what I actually have the ability to do, and once I have a vote, then yeah, sure, I'll play hard to like, get a vote into action. But when I don't have a vote, that's something I shouldn't be, like, I should be concerning about what I can do to make sure I stay in the game, and that's just making sure people aren't voting me. That's my biggest priority right now. And I really want to play that off, because it's like, I think each round you have different goals. Like, sometimes it's like leading a vote to build something on your resume, or like getting out a big target or someone who's targeting you, or really just trying to survive. And I think right now I'm just trying to survive and build connections with people so that I can successfully have I can have a successful merge game. That's what my goal is at for today. I don't really have any specific targets or threats to me at the immediately, so I don't see a reason of like putting myself out there if it doesn't directly benefit me. Like, I don't think it's a smart move if it like doesn't like really benefit me in a way, and I feel strongly about it benefiting me. I just really want it to survive. Like, I know not getting voted out is really good for my game. Like, I know that, and I don't like anyone else getting voted off also good for my game, because that's not me. So that's what I focus on, because the best thing for me is for someone else to be voted off and not me at this current moment. So hopefully things turn out well, but things will be crazy as always. But I've been talking for a long time, so I should probably need to stop. But lots of stuff is happening. A million things are happening with like Pandora's box, and then like immunity, and then like who spent what at the challenge, who has votes, who's receiving votes, who's not voting, who has idle pieces, who doesn't, and like the idle board, I've given up on that, I'll be honest. But like, it's a lot, and I think I just need to focus on what I can do, and hopefully just like build a framework. Like, I don't have the power right now to really make a move, and I don't really have a reason to make that move, because there's no one who's standing out and saying, hey, you need to make a move against me, or you need to make a move with me. I think it's just right now it's just like building foundation work so that I can have a successful merge, because if I play hard too strong without laying a good found work, I'm setting myself up for early merge boot easy. So I need to play this smart, and hopefully I can do well. I would at least like to beat my old placement. Well, first things first, make jury, and then beat my old placement. I would like to do that, and if I can do those two things, I think I would feel happy about this org. I would love to win. That would be absolutely gorgeous. However, I just need to take the, play as what I think I've been playing okay.
Lots of tea, lots of drama, votes flying everywhere. Nobody knew what the heck was happening the entire time. And Chelsea ended up getting the boot in this episode. Thank you again so much for playing again, Chelsea. It was super fun to kind of watch you, and especially when you returned from the duel arena and kind of your rampage after that. Super, super fun, and we enjoyed having you. Here's where everybody's trust rankings were at during the episode as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!